Bollywood stars with ADHD. Stories of struggle, success, and strength. You know them as global icons. Dancing in front of millions, commanding the big screen, and living lives that seem larger than life. But behind the fame, some of Bollywood's biggest names have lived with something rarely talked about: ADHD. In this video, we dive into the real, raw, and inspiring stories of Bollywood stars who've either publicly discussed their experiences with ADHD or whose traits and challenges reflect a journey that many ADHDers will relate to. This isn't just about gossip or celebrity trivia. It's about how ADHD shows up in unexpected places and how it can drive both creative brilliance and deep struggle. If you've ever felt like ADHD made you too much or not enough, this is for you. What is ADHD? A quick refresher. Before we jump into their stories, let's set the stage. ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, isn't just about being distracted or fidgety. It's a neurological condition that affects focus, motivation, emotional regulation, and even time perception. It's also deeply misunderstood, especially in creative fields, and even more so in countries like India, where mental health still carries stigma. Now, let's explore the stories of Bollywood stars through the lens of ADHD, what they've shared, how they've succeeded, and what we can all learn from them. Aamir Khan, perfectionism, obsession, and focus. While Aamir Khan has never been formally diagnosed with ADHD publicly, his own admissions about obsession, intense focus, and struggle with emotional regulation have led many to connect the dots. He's known for hyper-focusing on roles for months, even years. He's admitted to being emotionally overwhelmed and extremely self-critical. These are all hallmark traits of high-functioning ADHD. Aamir once said, "I immerse myself so deeply that I lose track of everything else." Sound familiar? Hrithik Roshan, overcoming early challenges. Hrithik Roshan's journey is often shared through the lens of physical health. But in early interviews, he also revealed intense struggles with attention, learning, and restlessness. He had difficulty in school, was often frustrated by expectations, and turned to dance as his emotional outlet. ADHD often expresses itself in physical movement. Kinesthetic learners thrive when they move. Dance became his therapy, structure, and motivation. He's now seen as one of Bollywood's most disciplined performers. But the path was anything but easy. Sushant Singh Rajput, a complex mind. Though tragically gone too soon, Sushant Singh Rajput was known for being intellectually curious, wildly creative, and emotionally intense. People close to him noted he had difficulty maintaining attention, had massive bursts of productivity followed by silence, and was constantly chasing new interests. His notebooks were filled with projects, questions, lists, hallmarks of an ADHD brain seeking stimulation and structure. Though he was never publicly diagnosed, many neurodivergent viewers deeply relate to his journey. Other names and public mentions. While formal ADHD diagnoses are rare in Indian celebrity culture, there are other notable examples of neurodivergence, such as Kangana Ranaut has openly discussed mental health struggles, emotional volatility, and difficulty conforming to social norms. Ranveer Singh, frequently mentioned for his energy, emotional highs and lows, and intense spontaneity. While this isn't a diagnosis, it's relatable for many ADHDers. Shahrukh Khan, known for being hyperproductive, sleep-deprived, intensely focused, and emotionally reactive. He once said he doesn't know how to sit still. Remember, this isn't about labeling, it's about recognizing neurodivergent patterns and giving space for compassion. Why ADHD shows up in creative fields? Actors, performers, and creatives often exhibit signs of ADHD, not because they're broken, but because the industry rewards their strengths. Emotional expressiveness, spontaneity, risk-taking, novelty-seeking, hyperfocus during performances. Many Bollywood stars build systems around their ADHD, relying on coaches, scripts, structure, and support to shine. Cultural stigma and ADHD in India mental health remains a taboo in much of Indian society. ADHD, especially in adults, is vastly underdiagnosed. This means many celebrities may struggle silently without ever naming what they're going through. Even fans might not recognize what ADHD looks like because it's not always about being hyper. By talking openly, we reduce shame and make it safer for the next generation to get help and thrive. Signs of ADHD. You may have seen in Bollywood stars. Let's zoom out and look at some gay ADHD traits you might now recognize in some of the names we've discussed. Emotional intensity, obsession with a role or craft, burnout cycles, difficulty with routine, but love for chaos, impulsivity in media interactions, deep need for stimulation, difficulty resting. Sound like anyone you've seen on screen? What we can learn from their stories. Bollywood stars, like anyone, are human. Their stories show that ADHD can coexist with success. Emotional vulnerability is strength, not weakness. Passion, movement, and obsession can be assets with the right support. You're not alone, and you don't need to hide your difference. If they can thrive, so can you. Final thoughts. Let's talk about it. This video isn't about diagnoses. It's about possibility, relatability, and visibility. If you've seen yourself in these stories, you're not broken. You're built different. And that difference might be your greatest strength. Let's keep the conversation going. Hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Which Bollywood star's story resonated with you the most? And what ADHD trait do you now see as your secret weapon?